Hey guys, welcome to episode 64, Foot Manager 2015 with Southampton. Joining back, it's the 6th of January 2024, and we've a live commentary in the FA Cup third round. I did say it could be against anybody because the draw wasn't already made, and of course we've been drawn at home to Arsenal, which is going to be an extremely tough ask to advance into the fourth round of the Cup, but you'll see in a minute when I go through the fixtures that we've been on extremely good form, and it is down to the Max Dunne show. The youngster is really coming up trumps. The last episode, I would urge you to go look at it because it was an excellent episode. We beat Newcastle 6-1 at home with a Jerome Sinclair hat-trick, but Jerome Sinclair also sustained an injury in that game which ruled him out for 6 to 7 weeks. Although, that has really turned out to be a bit of a blessing in disguise for us, I think, because it has paved the way for Max Dunne to be playing regularly, and he is really, him and Brian Rebeo are really working quite nicely as a team. We started off the first match after the Newcastle game, so we were kind of in off a high, and we drew 1-1 at home to QPR, which was a little bit disappointing because I felt, as you look at the match stats, that we deserved to win the game. They had one clear-cut chance right at the end of the game, which they managed to take. Surprise, surprise. But we had a lot more. 4 clear-cut chances and 4 half chances. We weren't quite as clinical as we were in the Newcastle game. As you can see there, Brian Rebeo with the ball over the top. And Max Dunne, after a mazy run, has a superb finish to give us a 1-0 advantage. So I was really happy about that. A superb goal from Dunne. A nice little ball through by Rebeo. You will see a lot of that in this episode when we're looking through the goals. Brian Rebeo kind of ball over the top and Max Dunne slotting it home. Their goal was a bit unlucky for ourselves. Papadopoulos with a good tackle, but it was one of those that it just falls to one of their guys, and Andre Han cuts inside off the right hand flank and then blasts it home to make it 1 apiece, which was disappointing. But then again, like when you see where QPR are in the league, like before the game I certainly would have taken a point, because I didn't want also to lose straight after that Newcastle game, because that would be a real knock in confidence. But it was a decent enough performance, and I felt that it didn't crush morale or anything. It was just it would have been nice if we picked up the win, but can't get everything, I suppose. But oh God, all of that was put aside because we managed to beat Manchester United in our next game 4-1 at home. 4-1, I kid you not. A superb victory. We're just going to bump the highlight speed up for these highlights. I'll put it back down for the actual game itself. And we're here, Reed with the ball into Rebeo, who gets dispossessed actually, but it comes back to Rebeo. Papadopoulos does really well here. Inside to Reed, Emre Can, there's Rebeo. Ball kind of in behind, and Max Dunne with a superb finish, going away from goal, and yet he cut an absolute fantastic finish into the top corner, the other top corner, and we had a 1-0 advantage now. And I thought at this stage, well, that's a cracking start, but it still wasn't done yet, and I definitely knew that. But Brian Rebeo with the ball over the top, and Max Dunne, just a little dink over David De Gea, no bother. Just a little volley over the top, no bother whatsoever. Chipped De Gea, and we were 2-0 up, and that's when I was thinking, God, this could actually happen, because Max Dunne was in such prolific form. Now, they got a goal back now, 31st minute, which was a sloppy goal in the end, because I thought we were going to be able to break here, especially when Max Dunne picked up the ball and with the way he's been playing. And he actually went on a surging run, but couldn't quite find Rebeo. And they kind of really countered very, very quickly, and we weren't really ready for it. Januzaj Soto with kind of a half chance, then Oxlade-Chamberlain comes in, half saved by Steer, and Monterio Bessa finds the back of the net. Now, it was at this stage, though, where in the 35th minute, I think it was 35th minute, yeah, Phil Jones got a straight red card. It was a professional foul, clearly was a straight red as well. I'm going to say that now, it was a red card. Without being biased, he took took Max Dunne down when he was through on goal again, which did leave them in the lurch at 10 men. And we took advantage beautifully here, because I thought, if we then concede again and make it 2-2, while we've had while they're down to 10 is poor enough, but tighter with the ball in. And Harrison Reed, actually, who made this big surging run from midfield, hit it in on the half volley to give us a 3-1 lead. And then to finish it off, 52nd minute now, it's Max Dunne who finds Armenicus, and he whips the ball back in, and Max Dunne on the half volley once again smashes it past De Gea. De Gea not with the finest bit of keeping you'll ever see. And we picked up a 4-1 win, and Max Dunne completed his hat-trick. So Max Dunne with a hat-trick, Reed with 1, Rabea with a 9 rating, Dunne 9.6, Reed 8.5, Armenicus 8.6, Tyder 8.2, Papadopoulos 8.3. You know, it was just a game from a dream game, really. It really was, because I didn't expect it as well, which made it even better because it was so unexpected. We then travelled to Hull, though, and I knew, especially after that Man U game, we were going to get a bit of FMG soon enough knocking on our door. And it was in this game that it happened, where we lost 1-0 away to Hull, with Diego Rubio scoring the only goal in the game in the 53rd minute. Now, you look at the match statistics, they had 4 shots compared to our 21. 1 clear-cut chance to our 3 and 1 half chance to our 3. So they weren't really in the game, but they did manage to take their 1 clear-cut chance. As you can see, Brian Rabea got injured in the 34th minute. Now, this didn't sustain anything like from after match, but the fact that he was missing for 64 minutes or something of that, 56 minutes of that game, was really difficult for us because we just didn't create as much. Rodriguez there, as you can see, with the ball in, and Rubio tucks it away quite nicely. Not the finest bit of defending you will ever see, though. But we did miss his flair, and Max Dunne really struggled in this game. He missed all 3 clear-cut chances, did go to Max Dunne, and he didn't convert any of them. A 6.1 average rating from him. So it was as if he'd kind of had all his fun in the Man U game, and then he couldn't score away at Hull. But then it was extremely odd, because we then travelled, that was on Boxing Day, and we travelled to Ipswich on the 30th of December. And we won the game 4-0 at Portman Road. Now, Ipswich are struggling in the league, but this was absolute domination. With a Max Dunne, what do you call it, a quadruple? No, I don't know. 4 goals. All 4 went to Max Dunne, plus he missed a penalty. So that shows you, he had an absolute field day in this one. They didn't know how to cope with him, and we just absolutely ran through them. Ipswich were. They were pretty poor, but they didn't have a single clear-cut chance or half chance. Max Dunne here through for the first. Takes a little bit of time and then converts to make it 1-0. A Brian Rabea assist once again. But as you can see there, we had 8 clear-cut chances and 9 half chances. So we were absolutely killing them. It was kind of match stats that would remind you of a pre-season friendly game against a weaker opposition where you just dominate. And we could have scored any old number. We could have scored 6 or 7 in this game at least. Max Dunne there tried to go around, but didn't actually happen for him this time. And I was quite wary of them on the break for the whole entire game. It was only, I think, until it got to 3-0 that I was able to settle down because of that whole result, which really annoyed me, but it kind of kept me on my toes. I wasn't able to really settle, I suppose. In between the second and third goal, you just saw the second goal there, and that's Max Dunne's hat-trick goal there. But in between then, he did miss a penalty in the 53rd minute, I think. It was a poor penalty, and I thought that had really spurned his opportunity to get the hat-trick. But boy, was I wrong, as he just was an absolute assassin in front of goal in this game. As you can see from all of those strikes, all of them confident finishes, either on half volleys or taking it round a player and shooting. Really top-notch finishes, which gave a 4-0 win to ourselves. Now, Ipswich aren't doing very well. They're in 14th, actually. I thought they were worse than that. But they got beaten up. And then last of all, we played the former employers Everton at home, and we picked up a nice, cosy 2-0 victory, which was really, really happy about, because I'm a bit pissed off at Everton. I wasn't deserved to be sacked. I came in, I restructured the club really from top to bottom, made them a better club, kind of brought in terrific players, got rid of the high earners, and then they go and sack me when we're in 5th place. And they end up finishing, I think, 8th. And at the moment, they are 15th in the league. So it kind of serves them right. I'm showing no sympathy. We won this game 2-0. It was very straightforward, though. As you can see from the match stats, they only had 2 shots in the whole game and 0 were on target. 0 clear-cut chances and 0 half chances for them. We picked up a penalty. Panos Armenicas slotted that away after Max Dunne was fouled. And then in the 70th minute, Rebea with the ball in. Dunne kind of with a lovely turn on Bola, who's a new signing for them, and converted to make it 2-0 and give us that unassailable lead, really. When you look at the match stats, we only actually created 3 clear-cut chances, but yet we created 13 half chances. So I suppose we weren't even that clinical, really, because we only won the game 2-0, which was a little bit disappointing. As you can see, Brian Rebea, again with a 9 average rating, Max Dunne with an 8 average rating. But that kind of pretty stellar month, in my eyes, does leave us 7th in the league table. So we're well up now. 19 games, 9 wins, 2 draws, 8 defeats. We've now scored 35, which is the 4th top, and conceded 25, which is the 6th best defence as well. So we're doing pretty well. We've got 29 points, and we're just hanging in there. We do need to keep it up, though, because we're not kind of near being too good or too far away to like be scrapped back into this kind of mid-table mediocrity, I suppose. We're playing Arsenal at home today. Now, Arsenal are in 9th, but of course Arsenal are still a bigger team, though, on paper. If we have a look at the player stats, though, you'll be interested to see a few new faces on there. Brian Rebea is 2nd in the top average rating in the whole league with 7.67, and that's only because Eden Hazard is unstoppable. He really is. 8.08 average rating. But look at the guy. He's an absolute beast. He's played 28 games this year. 16 goals, 10 assists in all competitions. 11 goals and 7 assists in the league. Terrific player. Luis Suarez is also up there. He's at Chelsea as well, which is a bit interesting. Rebea is also top assister with 10. Suarez is 9. Oxlade-Chamberlain is 8. And Max Dunne is joint third top scorer with 11. Mauro Icardi has got 15 for City. He seems to be a bit of a goal machine on this year's game. And Brita Sambalonga, who's definitely a goal machine on this save. He's not on everybody's save, but he certainly is on mine. He's been constantly a goal scorer. 13 in 19. And then Dunne, Bessa and Alexandre, who I just told you about this guy before I got sacked for Everton. I was bringing him in for around 500k, no, 650k. He's done really well since arriving with them. He's got 11 as well. If we have a look at our own player stats, top goal scorer is Max Dunne now with 12. He's taken over from Sinclair, who's got 11. Rebea with 5. Top assister is Rebea with 11. Chan has 6. Reed, Armenicas and Urbanek all at 5 apiece. And average rating wise, Rebea, Sinclair, Dawson, Reed and Dunne the top 5. Rebea has actually been rewarded a new contract, 95 grand a week he's now on, which is not actually that big of a step up. He was on, I think, 89, but that's because he's been really turning it on as of late, and it's great to see him do so well. I think Emre Can also has got a new contract to boot, 89 grand a week. He was on 75 something, so he's taken actually a bit of a wage rise with that one, which I wasn't too keen on giving him, but I decided to go for because his contract was running out soon enough. It is January now, but I really doubt I'm going to make any signings. You know, we do have 13 million in the bank and 150 grand in the wage bill, but you look at the finances and we're 2.5 million in debt, and we could make another 10 million of debt by the end of the year. So I really don't want to be kind of putting us further in the lurch, and if anything I'll be looking to possibly offload a player or two in January. Although I don't think I'm really able to, because our squad is so thin actually. But anyway, we're going to go into today's game. Sinclair and Lingard are still well out. Sinclair, I think, is out for just another 10 days or something. 3 to 11 days, and Lingard's out for another 2 months. 6 weeks and 2 months. We've got 4-string goal, back 3 of Wisdom, Escobar, Papadopoulos, Zuccolini as the regista, Armenicus, Reed, Chan and Tider, Rabeo playing off Max Dunne. Now this has been pretty much the team, give or take every now and then a possible injury. This has been the team for the last month, which I think has really given us the advantage because of the continuity we've been able to establish with this team. They've been able to kind of get to know each other and really play well. And I think the relationship by with Brian Rabeo and Max Dunne is clearly shown in the actual results we're getting and the way some of these goals are coming. So we got today's game underway. I'm really just going to see how it goes, to be honest. I've played pretty much a full strength team. That's because we don't have a game midweek. So, Max Dunne's picked up an injury. He's picked up a knock. But we really don't have anyone to bring on. So he's going to have to try and make it out until at least half time. And we'll see if we can restructure. But this game hasn't been very exciting, has it? It's kind of drifted by us. Very without much going on, but here they come, and there you go. Arsenal score the first goal of the game in the 40th minute. Pavel Kaderabek with the goal from the corner, a little knock-in header at the front post. Not the best defending in the world. It's certainly not the best defending in the world, and we find ourselves 1-0 behind in this fixture. And I am expecting to lose this game because I just think Arsenal are still just a bigger reputable club than us, and even though we're in a good patch of form, it's kind of bound to come to a close in this game, and especially if we're going to have to take Max Dunne off. I don't think that's going to help our chances whatsoever, but I am going to take him off because we really don't want him out for any stretch of time. So we will take him up. We'll push Rabeo up there, push Reed up into the shadow striker, and have Jorgensen come on in the middle of the park. So we've dealt with that reasonably well. We've put it onto attacking as well, because we haven't had a shot on target all game yet, which is quite disappointing. Only 53% of the ball, only a half chance to show from our first 54 minutes. Although they've only got a half chance to show as well, but they've got a goal as well, and they've got a second now. And that sometimes, I suppose, a little bit of the disadvantage in this tactic with no fullbacks, is sometimes the wingers will be left exposed like they are here. And Dabro isn't even a winger, but he just kind of peels away. Who is this guy trying to track back Tider? Tider not really in there quick enough, and we now find ourselves 2-0 behind him. We've got to just make sure that this doesn't become embarrassing for ourselves. Papadopoulos with a good interception. Wisdom. Now Jorgensen. Oh, Jorgen, come on, mate. Good interception. Makes up for it. Harrison Reed, good man. Brian Rabeo. Oh, can he do something? Oh, good save by Marino. Brian Rabeo. The decent enough run. It's our first clear-cut chance. And to be honest, if we want to keep this tie alive, we do need to score, I'd say, in the next 12 minutes. If we can get it back to 2-1 by 70, I still fancy our chances of possibly grabbing an equaliser. But if it's still 2-0 after 70 minutes, we're really going to be struggling to get this one back. And Reed, that's a penalty. Jordy Classy slides in. Harrison Reed grabs ourselves a penalty. And is this going to be Armenicus again? No, Tider. No, wait. I think, yeah, that is Panos Armenicus. Can he slot it away and bring us straight back into this cup tie? Because it would be still a pretty quick reaction to their second goal if Armenicus can slot this away, and he certainly can. An excellent penalty, and we're right back in this cup tie here at St Mary's, and it's 2-1. A good penalty, not struck the best. Like, if the keeper went the right way, that was being saved, but luckily enough the keeper went the other way, and it is 2-1. And maybe we can put a little bit of pressure on now and at least force this game to a replay. That would be quite nice. A nice day out at the Emirates. Because our fixture list, because we don't have any Europe, we're out of the Capital One Cup, so our fixture list really isn't that congested, which is quite handy for us considering the squad we have is pretty lightweight in terms of depth. And Tyder has made a fatal mistake, and Dabro to finish the game off and does so. Marco Dabro finishes this one off, and it is 3-1 after 76 minutes. A fatal mistake by Tyder there. It's a well-composed finish from Dabro, I'll give him that. Who was that trying to slide in? Armenicus, trying his best at least. Keeps this game alive. Andre Wisdom now picked up a knock. So we're not having much luck today. We're going to lose the game 3-1 at least. Could become 4-1 if we're not careful. Oh, that's poor from Classy. Reed. Thread it through. There's Brian Rebeo. Get it out to the wingers. No. It's intercepted. And they could counter now. Dabro to Alexander Mitrovic, who's breezed past Escobar like he wasn't even there. Back inside to Ramsey. Kaderabek. And is he going to find somebody now? Ramsey, Mitrovic, Dabro, leave Papadopoulos and Escobar for dead. And a fantastic save from Fraser Forster, because it was an excellent run, but it was a very good shot as well. An excellent shot. But anyway, this seems to be a Jordy Classy with a terrible free kick. But we're going to lose this one 3-1, which is really disappointing considering our recent form. Of course, the live commentary I show we lose, but I was expecting it. You know, at home to Arsenal in the FA Cup third round is a real terrible draw to get. Even though they haven't been very good on this save, actually. Like, they've been very inconsistent. Kind of dropping away from their 4th place berth. John Terry's their manager now. Wisdom's out for 4 weeks. It doesn't look like Max Dunne has sustained an injury, which is okay. We can probably go without Wisdom, although it's not ideal. And yeah, not a great result, but I suppose that sort of stuff is going to happen. Well, at least we can now focus on the league and try and go on in the league. Although we've got a really tough month coming up. The next live commentary will be away at Nottingham Forest, which is no easy game in itself, especially with Brita Sambalonga playing. But in between then and now, we've got Charlton at home, Villa at home, Spurs away, Chelsea away, and Arsenal at home. So a really tricky 5 fixtures, which is going to show a bit of the character of the team, I'd say, and see how good this team actually is. Anyway, if you guys enjoyed this video, please do give it a like and subscribe to the channel if you already haven't. I'll see you guys later.